Democrats have won the popular vote in 5 of the last 6 national elections. But Republicans currently hold governorships in 31 states to the Democrats' 18. This is the most governors either party has had in 12 years and just 3 short of the all-time GOP high. Why, in recent years, has the GOP had far more success in statewide elections than in national contests?
Well, governors historically, at least in the modern era, have been seen as executives, as people who have run governments. Ronald Reagan, governor of California, Governor George W. Bush, Governor Mitt Romney of Massachusetts. And they've tended on both parties to be slightly more successful. Governor Jimmy Carter of Georgia, Governor Bill Clinton of Arkansas. We've tended to nominate, and the American people have for a period, seen governors as more likely to be comfortable in the role of the chief executive.
What do the governors know that can be applied in the presidential race? The history of the GOP in Ohio may provide some answers. In the years since 1856, Ohio has elected 28 Republican governors and 15 Democratic governors.
As a governor, you get a better chance to go out and meet the people who you're going to represent and for whom you're going to manage the state. And that puts you in touch with them. You become a less distant figure.
Take the story of George Voinovich. Of South Slavic ancestry, Voinovich grew up in a blue-collar neighborhood in largely Democratic Cleveland, Cuyahoga County. Yet he succeeded as a Republican, arguably because he adhered to the traditional values of the GOP and knew that those values had relevance in his community. He also understood the deeper wisdom in Tip O'Neill's statement, "All politics is local."
The governors are different than, say, the senators. Governors, they're managers, they're executives. And it's interesting that when I ran for mayor, I said there isn't a Republican or a Democratic way to run the city of Cleveland. There's a right way and a wrong way. And the same thing on the state level. And when I was chairman of the National Republican Governors, we had 17 Republican governors. And my theory was if we can go out and recruit good people who really understand the problems of their citizens and have got experience and put enough money behind them, that we can be successful. We went from, I think, 17 to about 30, and then 2 years later, 34. So it's a little bit different, and there's a lot less ideology involved. Identifying with people. In Slavic, we say, is he nash? Is he one of us? Does he understand our problems? I would never have been elected had it not been for my ethnic heritage. It's identifying, and that's the other thing, why can't Republicans do better with something? They don't go out and ask them for a vote. I go to labor halls, and I know they wouldn't endorse me, but you know something? If they hear you and they know what you believe in, and they know you're sincere and you want to get the job done, they identify with you. But if you don't go to talk to them, same way the African American Committee or the Hispanic, you have to go out and ask people for their vote and identify with them and say, hey, I may be a Republican, but by the way, my eyes are open, my ears are open. I know there's some real problems here, and by the way, I've got some solutions that I think will maybe be better for you than, say, the other guys.